know you're not roaming these old Mahim streets for sweets just before Diwali, but maybe you should. Because apart from mithai, you'll find a sweet slice of history. In fact, it's a bit like stepping into a time machine. Amidst all this chaos lies an even older, nondescript shop with a 200-year-old history. Okay, this structure is 70 years old, but the story goes back to the late 1700s. Joshi Buddhakaka Mahim Halvawala is the oldest sweet shop in Bombay. In fact, the shop got the 8th telephone in Mahim with the 2-digit number 87. And like any great story, at the heart of it is a rags to riches story based on grit, luck and belief. Off the Bandra Mahim Causeway, the business was founded by Mauji Joshi in 1783, who travelled to Bombay from a tiny village near Dwarka on foot due to the lack of local opportunities. While he started off as a street hawker and cook, he managed to save enough so that subsequent generations could establish a sizable physical presence in the city. While the first shop and the original structure has now given way to the main road, this building and the one opposite it remain. The top floors are the residences of the Joshi family, where the 6th and 7th generations live all together in different apartments. Ramchandra Joshi, Ghansham Joshi and Sunil Joshi run the original shop. Hasmukh Bhai, the Tardeo shop, and Harit and Parag manage the swankier Dadar branch. It pays tribute to all the history, shows this letter from Nehru, who we hear used to stop by in his roofless car. The Tatas and Godrej's have also been customers. Ramchandra Joshi, 80, head of the family and business, is a PhD in chemistry himself.
See, I got 5 import substitute items which I did research on that. And I selected even the place to start my own business on pharmaceutical basic ingredient. But all of a sudden my brother expired. So I have to look after these things, so I left that project. Then ultimately it didn't come.
Visually you can't tell maybe, but taste it and you'll know why they guard the recipe so closely. Also, just the aftertaste validates the purity of the ingredients. This is the building that has their kitchen, an area they don't let visitors into easily, nor employ non-family members to run. And don't let the exteriors fool you. They've implemented some serious automation too. It's behind these walls. Their signature product, the Mahim Halwa, derives its name from the halwa fish or pomfret. This wasn't the founder Mauji or his son Girdhar's original idea. They had homed down on the Mahim area because it had religious institutions of both the Hindus and Christians. Girdhar Joshi's first offering was actually the laddu and sev bundi mohan thal. It's only after a Turkish traveller who was visiting the city made him taste the lakoum that he went into R&D mode. After nearly 20 years of refining the recipe to make his sweet exactly like lakoum, he had a breakthrough by accident one evening when a thin sheet of the milk-based sweet separated on the kitchen pan. After a fisherwoman complimented it saying the sweet was so good, it tasted better than halwa, the fish, Girdhar Joshi decided the sweet would be named Mahim Halwa. The Buddhakaka bit was an endearing addition of the local kids referring to his grey hair when he came by to distribute sweets to them. Unfortunately, this real-life story has almost nothing in common with the show's Succession. Out of the 8 potential heirs in the 7th generation, nobody is very keen to run the oldest shop. The dutiful Harit and Parag run the new Dadar branch and are grateful and savvy, but Ramchandra Joshi still wants more.
I could say disappointed because of this business. They now get very highly educated family. So advocates, architects, engineers, auditors, means information system auditors, then research, all these things, and journalists. Now it's depending upon it. They get a good package. So ultimately to sit here and run the business and tying a packet of 100 rupees, 200 rupees, they may not. So ultimately they have to find out some way to keep a person who can, on their vigilance, they can run.
The heydays of the business were linked closely with the thriving era of the Bombay mills. The double year end or the Gujarati community's New Year celebration around Diwali led to the mill owners ordering tons of Diwali sweets. Decades later and post COVID, the business isn't obviously what it used to be. But they've still kept the spirit, love, and taste alive.